or stages of your Slatecube user journey. The first is sign up. The second is study. The three is assess. The fourth is verify. The fifth is match. The sixth is accept. And the seventh is share. So we're going to go more in depth with each stage so you understand exactly what the process is and what you need to do at each stage of the journey. But essentially, the understanding the user journey is really important because it gives you a sense of where you are in the process as a Slatecube user or Slatecuber, if you will. So, you know, obviously the goal, the objective of Slatecube Accelerate is to help secure entry-level jobs, to help talent, young people who are looking for jobs, essentially find a job and enter the workforce. So understanding the journey will better and more effectively support you as you go through the process in getting a job. So the point of this meet today is to essentially go through each stage and answer your questions that you have regarding any part of the process, where you are in the process, so that you can basically get to the ultimate goal, which is to get a job. So that's kind of the main overview. I'm gonna pass it over to Steph, who's going to start up with the sign up phase, which is the first journey.
Hi guys. So going from
Okay.
I can see the slides.
Yeah, I can see the slide.
Okay, great. So continuing from where we stopped. As you can see, there's an image of a phone with it's a list of stuff that is familiar to some of you already. But for those of you that haven't signed up, that haven't started anything yet, this is like a walkthrough. I would even say you should open Slatecube like right in another tab and try to log in and sign up. So first off, your name, your first name and your last name is important. What you would like to later on you can put in your username, which I would even advise that should be your first name. So from your name to your email, the email address that you want to receive updates from, you want to receive you want to send inquiries from, just the email address that you want us to communicate with you on, and then your phone number, valid one of course, the current one. I would advise you put your WhatsApp phone number. School code is the next one. School code is not important, guys. I get people sending me messages that, oh, I don't know my school code. If you don't have a student ambassador, if you didn't come through a university where you have a student ambassador giving you a school code, then it's not necessary. You don't need a school code to be able to sign up. You can sign up without a school code. I say again, you can sign up without a school code. And then your username, I would advise that you put username that you would want people to address you by. This is a serious platform, just like LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, you cannot put black chocolate, berries, something 101. You have to put a username. I would advise you put your name, your first name, and then your password should be something that you would remember. I hope that some of you have passwords that are generic. Like me, my password is the same thing throughout whatever platform I'm on. I use the same password, so it makes it easier for me to remember. Or you can go to the next slide. If you can't hear me, please just wait or something. So immediately you sign up, or for those of you that log in, immediately you sign up, you are met with two options. Option one is I'm looking to learn first, and the option two is I'm looking for a job only. So if you're going to be if you're going to pick I'm looking for a job only, which is only fair, you would come through a different platform, which is the same thing, but that platform is for people that want a job role specifically. So once you click on the job, once you sign up through that second option, you should sign up. You then get to see the job roles that are available for the different companies that are available. So if you click on the job role, I wish I could show you, but if you click on the job role, you'll see the different courses you need to take for you to qualify for that particular job role. And once you pick the courses you take, then you start like taking the courses. But if you go through the first one, which is I'm looking to learn first, just take you straight up to your profile, straight up to the courses you're supposed to take, and you can begin. And then when you're eventually done, the job roles that are available, you're already matched with them. Later on, I'm going to see that in the next slide. But I'm going to take you through the first one. I'm looking to learn first. So the next slide will be explanatory. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, it's fine. Just move to the next slide.
The next
So
slide.
one thing, yeah, this one is fine. So one thing I want to hammer is fill out your profile completely. That's the next step. Once you sign up, the next thing you should do is go to your profile and fill it up completely. Complete everything that is required of you. So you're supposed to put your profile image. I'd advise that you don't put a random image of yourself. So take an image of take a professional looking image. So I'm going to use LinkedIn for example. If you're on LinkedIn, you understand that you cannot use any random image, any Snapchat image. You have to use something that's clear and shows your best features, in a good way. So put in the profile picture that will make you look professional enough. Fill in the best. I think I'm just going to list them out. So you're supposed to fill out your name, which you already did when you signed up. Okay, you guys. So where did I stop? I stopped at profile. So I'll be reading out a list of profile details you need to provide for your Slatecube account. So there's any personal data. The personal data has your gender in it. Please make sure you put your gender. It has your email. Just make sure you actually go there to update your personal details because when you're signing up, there's no space for you to signify whether you're male or female. So that's important. And then your professional data, and then other attachments you would like to add to it. Please can you move to the next slide? If you're not clear, please just take down your questions. I'll run by them when I'm done. So learn. At this stage, it's important to note that you won't pick any course that just that you think is cool. I'd advise that you seriously take some time to think about the course that you like to take. So when you pick whatever course that you feel is adequate for you, due to a number of reasons, it could be because you want to get this skill or because you feel like you want to swerve into that professional field, or you just feel like you want to learn a good skill that would help you. Sorry guys, I'm coming. So navigate through our project-based online just to gain the skills you need to get hired fast. So for whatever reason you're picking a course, make sure it's valid enough. I guess that's the point, so that when you're done with a course, you know that okay, the next stage is this stage, next stage is this stage. Don't just pick a course that seems to be happening. Because if you do that, you might not eventually have the zeal to continue. So that's why you have to pick a course that makes so much sense to you and that you feel you would benefit from. Okay, next slide, please. So I'm just going to run through these things to consider when you're picking a course. Think about your existing experience and skill set. This is a given here. If you have experience or if you don't have a certain skill that would give you a starter to whatever new skill you want to learn, it wouldn't make sense to just work into another industry or another field. You have to have a skill set or you have to have something that would give a good foundation to the next skill you're about to take. So you think about your existing skills, you consider your career. Is it going to be beneficial eventually when you're done? Is it going to be beneficial for you to have that skill? So let's take for instance writing. Yeah, I'm a writer. If I take a writing course, I know that when I'm done, once I pass the assessment stage, when I'm done with everything, I have a higher chance of getting more jobs. I have a higher chance of being employed in that field. So make sure career-wise that course makes sense to you, and that the available opportunities are, they're limitless. Even though that's the word that you shouldn't use, like in the Nigerian context. So think about the subject that also interests you. Like I said before, it has to be something that you actually like to do. Don't just pick a course because it's popular. Pick a course so that you have the zeal to continue with it. Interest is very, very, very important. And the last one is talk to people who are taking the course or going through the track that you're considering. So this is a source of motivation for us that have gone through school. You remember those days where you're in school, like you don't understand anything of a particular course study or a particular subject or something, and then you talk to somebody that is better, that has a better understanding of that course. It somehow helps you to vacate that rust that you're in, like that place where you don't have any understanding. It helps you. Basically, what I'm trying to say is talk to other people that have taken that course. So on Slatecube, we have a platform where people that are taking courses can be on. We have Bryce. Some of you might have met Bryce. Bryce answers your questions or whatever complaints you guys have. He's there to take care of you. So our advice, if you're not on that platform yet, it's on Slack. If you're not on that platform yet, the link is here. You get to join. I have that you join immediately. So the point is, please reach out to people that have taken these courses or that are taking it. If you feel like you don't have any motivation or you feel like you're finding it tough to go through the course that you picked. Sorry. So next slide, please. Next slide.
After this?
Yeah.
Option 2 or option 1?
Yeah, option. Okay. I think. Okay. Let me talk on option 1. So of course, if you want to take the course on Slatecube, you have to go through the courses. Okay, you have about 30. Of course, when you're on Slatecube, you have a list of courses. You have about 30 to 35 courses on the platform right now. So go through. There's a direct link, and that link is being projected to you. So you can go through them if you've not. I'm speaking to those that haven't started anything yet, or feel like they want to start another course. So just explore courses, read what the content is all about, and then make your choice. And then just can go to the next slide. Again, if you guys have any questions, please just write it down. You can put in the chat box. Maybe we're done, we'll answer them. So choosing the right course, option 2, same thing is okay. So remember that those 2 options that I mentioned, where you either go through taking the course directly or looking for jobs that are available on Slatecube. So this is just an explanation to that. When you click on that and then you're on the platform, you see explore job roles. When you're exploring, you get to see the list of skills. Already said that you get to see the list of skills you need to have for that particular job role, and you get to now see the courses you need to take that will give you that skill. So that's what this one is about. And then you can pick whatever course that you like to take and what skill you like to take. Next slide, please. In the next slide, you see a screenshot of what I just said. You can see this is if you're going through job, like you want to see the job roles immediately, not taking courses, if you guys can remember. So you can see Oando now. We have a screenshot. Oando PLC, they want a receptionist. if you click into the second option, this is immediately what you get to see. So you see a receptionist, and you can see that the skills required for that receptionist is communication skills, and then the courses that are offering that certain skills are listed below. That is exactly how it's going to be like if you click on the other option, which is the see job roles first. So then you now decide, okay, let me take administration support course, or let me take project management course. Are we clear on that, guys? Are we clear on that? Just wave. Are we clear on that, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, this is not clear. So next time, please.
Trivia. So
Yay.
I want to see who's been listening to Stephanie's wonderful presentation. And so I don't know if you remember if you were in attendance at the first meet, we indicated that we'd be selecting one lucky Slatecuber to join the Slatecube team at one of our weekly hangouts at the Upbeat Recreational Center, which I don't really know what that is, but it sounds really fun. So if I were in Nigeria right now, I would so want to be a part of that. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions about what Stephanie just presented, and then I would love for you all to engage and see if you can get the answers. We're going to be recording the answers as well. So, make sure you guys are coming correct. And so we'll be recording the answers. And so we're keeping track of all the correct answers. And whoever answers correctly first will get points. And the person with the most points after 2 or 3 meets will be invited to come hang out with the team for a day of fun and hanging out. And it sounds wonderful. Okay, so my first question, are you ready? Is everyone ready? This is the rare occasion where everyone can unmute their line so that we can figure out who's answering the questions first. Okay, Steph, you ready? Bright, you ready? Are you ready to keep track of the answers? Yes? The silence. So first and foremost, before you create an account, you have to choose between which 2 options on the Slatecube Accelerate page. I'll repeat, before you create an account on Slatecube, you're going to see a screen that gives you 2 options. What are those 2 options? Anyone?
Hi.
Yes, I'm back go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, Callistus.
Callis, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you have option 1 and option 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the options?
I mean, option 1 is where you put in your credentials, put your surname, first name, username, and email. Your name should be compulsory there in the option 1 in the form for credentials. That's for option 1.
Okay, well that's a good answer. It's
Hello,
not,
hello. Can I answer?
Who's talking? Who's the
Hello.
person? Yes.
Yes, this is Oscar. This is Oscar.
Okay, Oscar. Thank you, Carlos.
Okay, there is option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is a skill set. That is, if you want to just acquire a skill set. Then option 2 talks about if you're searching for a job.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Oscar. Good job. Okay. Can someone
Thank you.
write, or Zainab, make a note of that? Okay. I have another question. Another question for the trivia. Okay.
Okay.
What is, okay, hold on. I want to make sure she went over this. Okay, so this is an easy one. This is a very. Where can you create a Slatecube account? Where can you create Slatecube account? It's so easy. Everyone should be.
That
Everyone.
should be on the
Cube.
Slatecube platform.
The Slatecube platform. Is this Oscar again?
Yes.
Oscar is about to take it home. Everyone. Oluchi, what are you doing? You're just looking beautiful there, sitting pretty.
No.
We're about to
Slatecube.com.
Slatecube.com. Thank you. Thank you very much. But Oscar's so he gets the point. Okay. This is just round one. Let's get another round. Okay. So, Zainab, you can take it from here. I'm gonna go back to the slides. Good job, everyone.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Can you see my screen? Hold on.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Wait.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
I can see your screen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zainab. I'm the newest intern on the blog, and I've been opportune to go through the same path with you as a Slatecube. So I'm here to let you understand the tips and tricks to get through any Slatecube course. The first, as seen on the screen, is to make sure that you have reliable internet access. Well, before you can get anything done on the Slatecube platform, you need to have your internet working. You need to provide yourself maybe with a MiFi, a Wi-Fi, or a normal internet subscription. The thing is get your job doing. So you need to have your internet access on there. Then secondly, you need to have a study space. Well, you might be learning from home, and then there might be distractions here and there. So you need to let everyone know that, okay, I need my space, or create some kind of space in your room, a comfortable chair and table where you can easily understand the courses that you are learning. So the third one is to identify your objectives and goals from the start. Before you begin any activity, you need to know what you want to get from it. You need to know what you are willing to achieve at the end of it. There is no time wasting for anyone. So the best thing is to outline what you need to get from the activity you're about to start with. You can always have a bullet point or write it down somewhere, maybe in front of your room or something. But by the end of today, I should be able to complete the first module in this first course or whatsoever, depending on your person, depending on your learning ability. You need to identify your goals. You need to identify your objectives. Stick with it. And the next one is to create a study plan. Stick with it. A study plan can be some sort of a timetable where it depends on the kind of person that you are. Some people are quite flexible in nature with the way they create time for themselves, while some people are really, really rigid. So depending on your kind of person, you can create a timetable that, okay, maybe after lunch or breakfast, maybe after breakfast, that is when I get to understand things easily. So I'm going to get stuff done at this particular time. Or better still, you can be flexible with it, you can chill with it, you can try to create some kind of a relationship with your course tutor, depending on the type of course you are learning on the Slatecube platform. But the most important thing is to get really familiar with the study plan and stick with it. The next point here is to set up your personal targets and pace yourself according to them. There is something I noticed when I was learning the Slatecube platform. Anything that has to do with anything that is self-paced, you can get lazy around it. There might be no motivation. So the idea is to ginger yourself and create some type of motivation within yourself. Set your target and try to get discipline around your target. So another idea is to find a study body to help keep you accountable. Sometimes when you do things on your own, you might get bored, you might get distracted, or you might get really uncomfortable. So you might need a study buddy in the Slatecube platform. Well, you can get your study buddies in the Slack platform because there are other people that are also going through the same process as you are. So you can always scroll down and check their profile. You can find people with similar interests, similar goals, link up with them, and start studying together. Never can tell. Maybe you can always learn from people, and it also keep you updated. And the next point here, we have the review, revise, and repeat. Obviously, we are trying to study here. You can't just study at once, except you're a genius. But the idea is to always concentrate. You need to review, you need to revise, you need to repeat, you need to try to get yourself familiar with your course content so you can be really skilled. Then, as time goes on, you need to take study breaks when needed because, as it's popularly said that body no be firewood and you might get easily bored. So, when you need a study break, you can always have coffee, relax, and chill. Then, most importantly, stay motivated. You need to talk to yourself that by the end of this period, I need to remotivate myself to always come back to it. If not, lose interest. So the next slide. Okay.
Are you
So
good?
yeah, I'm fine. Thank you so much. So regardless of how good you think you are, you can always ask for help on the platform. And I think Bright is in a position to answer you in case you have any concerns or anything. And reach to Bright directly at bright@slatecube.com. You can always send him a mail. So the next slide. The next slide, please. Okay. We are in the process of um, there's always a time for you to access yourself. So this is like an opportunity for you to evaluate your abilities. So on submitting your course projects and taking your course lessons, module by module, it is very necessary for you to take your course assessment. This is like an opportunity for us at Slatecube platform to evaluate your skills and know how well you've been learning so far. So and I think it varies from course to course because there are courses that the assessment is after the right after the classes, and there are some other courses that you need to submit your course project and take your test to evaluate your skill. So the next slide. The next slide. So in the long run, it is necessary for you to know that for you to pass any Slatecube course, you need at least 70% to 80%. So there are tips and tricks that you need to do for you to access and for you to ace this course assessment. The first thing is to check your computer and verify internet connectivity. In some cases where we have internet issues in Nigeria, there are cases whereby you miss out things and cause failure on your part. So the best thing is for you connectivity and be sure that it works effectively well. Secondly, you can always read and understand the assessment instructions. This thing has always been a major factor in any assessment, right from our basic education to now. Before you start any exam or test, you need to read the instructions beforehand. Then thirdly, try to review the course content. Obviously, you are not going to access outside the course content. So it is very, very important for you to check down every topic, check down every module for module, and try to understand and relate and connect with it for you to be able to pass at the end of the time. Then fourthly, you need to plan your time. You need to look at time. Then Next, we need to carve out a quiet test taking but with minimal distractions. Distractions are very destructive. You need to find a very quiet place for you to test so that you can ace it. Then fourthly, lastly rather, you need to take a deep breath and relax. The next slide.
I will buy bottled water for close at the
Um,
office. You won't be able to drink
what is the tip or trick? What is the first tip
I
or
think
trick
I
you
think
need
that
to?
please, if you just join, mute your mic.
Hello? Hello?
And Colin, mute your mic, please.
Hello? Hello?
Oscar, please mute. Yeah, Oscar, do you want to answer that question?
Okay, yes, I do.
Okay, go on.
You should have a good internet connection because that's the beginning of whatever you want to do on Slatecube. You need to have a good internet connection.
Okay,
Thank you. Yes.
thank you to Oscar. Zainab, any other question?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, when here,
I don't know how to do my video. I'm feels like weird. It's like frozen or something. But I do have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the name of the learning support group on Slack? What is the name of the learning support group on Slack? So
Can I
when
answer?
she was talking, she was saying you can go on Slack on the blank 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 to get help. What was the name
Can
of
I
it?
answer?
Now I didn't get the question.
Oh, the name of the support group is.
can I answer? Nelly.
Yeah, the name of the group is Slatecube Talent Network.
Slatecube Talent Network. Correct. Very good. Yeah, one for the girls. I was waiting for you. Were the boys gonna sweep us? Like I was concerned.
Yeah.
I was also
Yeah.
answering.
Okay, I have another question. One more, and then we can move on.
Okay.
True or false? This is a true or false question. True or false? It is
Okay.
okay. Okay, listening. It is okay to fill in your profile and upload your profile photo later on. I'll repeat it. True or false? It is okay to fill in your profile but upload your profile photo later on.
True.
False. False.
I don't know who's talking.
Oscar. False. Oscar.
Nelly.
False.
Oscar again. False.
False.
Why is it
False.
false? Why is it false?
Because according to the lecture, we're told that we should ensure we fill out every this thing completely. So your profile picture is one of the major content of the form. So you need to fill out everything completely.
Wow, wow. Oscar's paying attention. Oscar, ladies and gentlemen, Oscar is really paying attention. Very good. Correct. Good job.
Thank you.
Let's move on to, I think, Bright.
Right. The next step is the verification phase.
Sorry, really quickly, can you see my screen?
Okay. All right. Wait. All right. The next stage is the verification phase, and by the way, I'm Bright. I know you get emails from me. I think I high time all of this on my face. Yeah, I'm Bryce from Slatecube. Yeah, so this is a verification phase is the first stage in your Slatecube user journey. So this is where we authenticate your credentials, your BSc certificates, and any other relevant certificates. This is where we just verify, just to make sure that you got them from where you said you got them. So basically, this is just where we verify your certificates. What's the next? Okay. After verification, don't forget to go back to your Slatecube profile and update your CV, your pitch video, and every other relevant information. Since the beginning of this meeting, we've been emphasizing on the need for you to update your profile. This is very, very important. It's important, cannot be overemphasized actually. So because the profile is what the employers see about you first. So it's very, very important that your profile is updated at every point in time in the course of your user journey on Slatecube. So do not forget, after verification, do not forget to go back to your Slatecube profile and update everything that needs to be updated. Right? Next, the matching phase. The fifth phase is the matching phase. This is where you manage your profile to catch the attention of the employer. To match your dream jobs, there are two ways to go about this matching. So the first way is to visit www.slatecube.com/companies. Now you're going to see it coming up on your screen right now, the screen right now. There are two ways to go about this matching. The first way is to apply directly to open job roles by just going to www.slatecube.com/companies. Here, you're going to see companies who are recruiting from the Slatecube platform. This is where you can directly go and apply for these job roles. Why the next way to match your dream job is to make sure that your profile is up to date. Companies see this profile that is updated and they match you based on their business needs, based on your profile. If your profile meets the specifications they need, if your skill set meets what they need for a particular job role, now you are matched. So it's either you go headlong and go and apply by yourself, or these companies go through your profile and you are being matched. The system, we have a workforce. This system automatically updates your profile based on the skill sets you have completed on the Slatecube platform. And successful talents are suggested to companies automatically based on their business needs and your profile. I hope you get that. Yeah. So go to the next slide, which is the next trivia.
Trivia. Okay.
I want to know
if you were paying attention. Let me see. Okay. Can you see me? So, question for this trivia is another true or false. True or false? You need at least a 65% to pass a Slatecube course.
False.
False.
False. You need
Oscar. False. You need at least.
It was not Oscar. No. It was not. I know who it was. Her for a
It was me.
Yeah. Gucci, right?
I thought someone said something for Oscar.
I said false before Oscar.
Yes, we know. Don't worry. I got you.
No, you did. I give it to you. You did. But
so what do you need to pass the Slatecube course? What's the percentage?
You need at least 70%.
At least 70%. Very good. Correct. Okay.
yes.
It is very important that your blank remains updated throughout your Slatecube user journey.
Profile.
Woo! Girl, fire. Okay, I like it. But where's everybody else? Why are there only 2 that are participating? Okay.
Hello?
Yes. I have one more question. Okay. What are the 2 ways? Can you hear me? What are the 2 ways to select a course?
Yes.
What are the 2 ways to select a course? This one's a little bit tough. There's a straightforward way and another one. There are two ways to select the course that we went through. What are those two ways? Anyone? I would like to hear from someone that I have not heard from before. Daniel, we see you there. Collins, we see you too. Callis, we see you too, smiling. Who else is there? There are two Daniels, actually. Abimbola, we see you too. Okay, so I'm gonna say it one more time. What are the two ways to select a course on Slatecube? Okay, because I'm hearing just quiet. Zainab, I hope you know because I'm gonna ask you. One way. What's one way to select a course? Huh?
Yeah, Collins.
Hey, Collins. Can you tell me one way to select?
Yes. Once you log into your Slatecube account, you click on the course that which you want to study. Once you click on the plus, automatically the course will open for you. So there's a button by the left that they wrote enroll. So you click on the enroll button. Automatically you are enrolled for that course.
Okay. I mean, I'll give you half roles that companies are hiring for. Underneath those roles, you'll see skills associated with each of those roles. And then underneath those skills, you'll see courses that offer those skills. So basically, you can actually go and look at open roles that are currently like job roles that are currently open, and you can see courses that offer the skills associated with those roles. So if you have a chance, go on the website and click on explore job roles, and then you'll be able to also select the course from that way as well. Good job. So Steph, okay, I'll just keep going. At this stage is where you'll accept any requests for interviews. So after you've been matched with businesses or with job roles specifically, then you're going to be contacted on the Slatecube platform for an interview. And then you will get more information about that specific interview. And if you're successful at the interview, then you'll be offered a job on Slatecube as well, which you can either accept or politely, I guess, what's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of it, but basically politely reject the offer. But most likely you're going to accept it because the businesses that are hiring on Slatecube are wonderful and they have really interesting roles, as I'm sure you all know. So a few tips and tricks to get ready for your interview. One is to research the company and the job position you're applying for. Obviously, if you're going to go sit for a job interview, you want to know about the company as much as possible, and you want to also know about the specific role that you're applying for as well. So do your due diligence prior to going to the interview and actually learn about the organization and what the duties of the position are that you'll hopefully be waiting for an offer from. The second tip is to know your CV inside and out. It's really important that you know your experiences, your skills, especially as it relates to Slatecube. Know the courses that you have taken, know the skills that you have gleaned from each of the courses, and practice making the connections between your skills and experience to what the company has identified as their needs. So if you look at the job description, the companies usually do a really good job of identifying the specific skills that they're looking for. So when you're preparing for your interview, make sure that you're able to align your existing experience and skill set with the demands of the company. Also, you want to practice answering typical interview questions out loud. Like a common interview question is, tell me about yourself. Or, they'll ask you like, tell me a time where you had to, you know, overcome a challenge. These are all very, very common questions. So practice those questions, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear them in the interview. One thing I like to do is also practice in front of a mirror. Practice your gestures, your nonverbal cues, and make sure that you know what you're going to say prior to actually sitting for the interview. A good way to do that is to get a mirror and practice your responses in front of the mirror so you can see actually how you look when you're answering the questions. Prepare your outfit ahead of time. Obviously, you want to look professional and put together. So you don't want to be running around the day of the interview. Even if it's a virtual interview, you still want to look professional, because the person that's interviewing you is still going to take into consideration what you're wearing, and they want to know that you're going to fit into their business culture. And the last point to get ready for your interview is to just have confidence. At the end of the day, if you've done well with Slatecube courses, you are prepared for the jobs. The businesses know what the content of our courses are. They have confidence in our courses, and so our courses coupled with your own natural ability and experience is a great match. So just relax and try your best to exude confidence, and you'll do well. So those are the tips and tricks to prepare for your interview. The last stage of the user journey is to share. Share your success with members of your personal and academic network. That means your family, your friends, your classmates, and you don't have to wait until you land a job to share. You can share at any point during the journey. If you take a course that you're really impressed with, a lot of people are really impressed with the web developer course, for example. So you can share that on your social media platform and, let people know that, you're taking courses on Slatecube and you're leveraging the platform to help find a job. So it's really important that you share the good news, you share your experience, and you let people know that you are currently on Slatecube basically taking the steps necessary to launch your career. So the next slide has just our social media handles. If you ever want to, we love hearing from Slatecube users. So if you ever want to reach out to us on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter, we have the same handle for all of them. It's just whatever the URL of the site is /Slatecube. So feel free to comment, send us some pictures of you hard at work studying. We love those. We'll post them. And just, engage with us on various social media platforms. We appreciate it. So that is pretty much it. There is another trivia, but I'm going to hold that off right now because we're over time, honestly. And I really want to get an opportunity to hear your questions, and concerns and comments back. So feel free to use this as an opportunity to ask questions or make comments or any general things that you want to share with us. Anything? Anyone?
I was asking, is it possible for Slatecube to probably make the Slatecube platform in such a way that as people access it, the charges it's kind of reduced? Is it possible? Because we're attending to students, and most of them, how family background at that age, and the fact that parents are looking for the internet cost in Nigeria is quite expensive. So is that possible? I'm just asking.
Good. That's a great question. Actually, fortunately, we actually changed our model last year. So all of the courses on Accelerate are, so we don't actually pay for courses.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we encourage you to go, if you want, because we understand that the audience of the people of Slatecube that are going Accelerate more than likely are going to be students, and so
Okay.
obviously you have limited resources. Ideally,
Yes.
able to engage with the platform and get the skills you need to basically make a course.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Anyone else?
Nelly, as regards the charges, like you said, for those of us who are already working,
Yeah.
are there any subsidized rate for any of the platforms?
So again, on Accelerate, we actually don't charge. So you don't have to pay for courses. Our previous model had a small fee associated with each course, but we've actually removed it. So the courses are free. So even if you're working, you can still take the course for free.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah. This, this is Colin speaking. Can I go ahead?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Please, I want to ask. Yeah. When we are done with the course, what's the next step? Because I'm almost done with my web development.
That's a very good question. Who can tell Collins what happens after your course? Oluchi, I'm looking at you. What happens after a course? Once you take a course, what happens? What's the next step?
The next step is to get verified.
Exactly. That's the next step. So Collins, after you finish a course, you submit your academic information so we can verify.
Okay.
Yeah. After you're verified, you can then start